Well, this day and this time is now upon us. Let's go to Ezekiel 37, and we're going to read down through here some things about the stick of Ephraim, the stick of Judah. Okay, 37:11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say, our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts. Now that was after they were scattered. Okay. Therefore prophesy and say to them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. Okay, so there's the promise that we're going to be resurrected, if you will, spiritually, okay, to be brought into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you. Now, is that exactly what he's done? Absolutely. And ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land, that's Israel. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it, and have performed it, saith the Lord. The word of the Lord came unto me again, saying, But moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah, and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick, and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. Join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. Now, you know, that's so important to understand that the tribes, the 12 tribes, are going to come back together. They're going to be one stick. They're no more separated. You know, when I've been to Jerusalem before, and in fact, I told the two chief rabbis that the day would come that I would bring them the stick of Ephraim, place it in their hand, the hand of Judah, and we would become one stick. And they knew exactly what I was talking about. They had no disagreement with it. They weren't sure when, obviously, as to being even the generation they are of, which is quite old. But the fact of it is that this is going to happen. Why is it going to happen? Because it is written. And it's so important for you to understand. This isn't some kind of a story. It is written. This is history unfolding before our very eyes to this generation that walks the face of this earth now. Now, and then it goes on in the 17th verse and says, And join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, okay, from the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. So he's going to do what? He's going to hunt us down. He's going to bless God, put his spirit in us, and then he's going to do what? He's going to now. Let me try to help out a little bit here about the fact that now he's talking about Ephraim here. That's what he's talking about, the house of Israel. Unless he specifies it being the entire house of Israel, it's always the Ephraimites, the house of Ephraim, or the house of Joseph. Now, the key is to understand that, bless God, that he is going to gather them on every side, which bring them into their own land. Now, whether they have gone, he says, I will gather them. Now, because we know the Scriptures tells us that we have been scattered to the four corners of this earth, it means he is going to put his spirit in us. Isn't that what he did through Christianity? Absolutely. He put his spirit in us that would receive him. Now he's doing what? He is gathering us on every side, okay, and bring them into the land. I make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel. One king shall be king unto them all, and they shall be no more two nations. Neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions. But I will save them out of all their dwelling places wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God. And David, my servants shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them. What's it talking about? That's talking about, bless God, His holy covenant, brothers and sisters. Exactly what He's talking about. And we will observe them, and we'll do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I gave unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. So you see, it's going to go on for a while, isn't it? And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them, yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. So you see, it's exciting because as you know, when you get into this thing, and the old prophet Ezekiel, bless God, he was prophesying up a storm here, and he knew that. Now, did he get to see this happen? Absolutely not. But he prophesied exactly what, and we are seeing this now open up and begin to come to pass. And boy, what kind of a God is He that could, all those generations ago, bring up out of the belly of this old prophet, and here today we're in fulfillment of the entirety of what the prophet had to say. Well, I'll tell you what, it's one thing. It's one thing to realize, bless God, the love of God. It's another thing, brothers and sisters, to understand that it is all written. It's all taken place. All you and I are doing is, and I've often said, it's like pawns on a chessboard. God just moving us around where it is we need to be, and if we'll yield to Him. Now, the key to this thing has always been the same throughout all the generations. Find your destinies, brothers and sisters. Walk in those destinies. Walk in the destiny in which God has given to you, that you might fulfill. Oh, don't hold back, and God have to bring forth in another generation what needs to be done, because we are the generation upon whom the ends are written. It's us. No, it's not another generation. It is us. And we must fulfill. We must do what God's told us to do. You know, it goes back to the things that I was talking about when I opened up this series on the transition of the church, trying to get you to understand that the whole thing with coming into this world is beginning a search to be able to connect once again back unto the living God, with no guarantees. You know, there's no guarantees that's going to happen. If you search for Him, you'll be found of Him. And as those of you that are listening, and I would be more glad to say 99.99999% of you that's listening, bless God, you are Ephraimites, and you know, or you're beginning to know, without a shadow of turning, that your destiny lies before you in this area. And it's all written. It's all, you know, it's all in the book. There isn't any. Oh, I think we'll do this, or oh, I think we'll do that, or oh, I think we'll start next week, or I think we'll start next month. No, the time's now. And it's like I said, you know, you're just going to have to get enough backbone about yourself to stand up and tell everybody around you to take a hike. You're going to do what it is that you know for a fact that God is bringing you in position to do. And if you don't, brothers and sisters, the devil's going to see to it that you never will. And that is so sad. It's going to be so sad for some of you to have to stand before the Lord our God on that day and have to try to explain to Him, which there won't be any explaining to it, why it was that you messed this whole thing up, and why it was, bless God, you went the direction you went. Not well. I mean, this prophet Deckard. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's got the love of Jesus in him. Well, as I said, you know, the thing that went around North America so quickly about me was the fact that I'm an Old Testament prophet. Well, you know, that doesn't bother me too much, because the fact that I am like an Old Testament prophet. And bless God, their signs and wonders confirm what I do. Angels really do visit me. The visions really are there. That's none have fallen to the ground through all these generations. And you know, if you learn to do it right, I don't think any of your visions will fall to the ground. The problem of it is I keep trying to get you to understand is we've got too many people wanting to play hero, and not enough people want to be a servant of the Most High God. And I am a servant of God. I'm as filthy rags under the feet of the people. I don't see myself as high and lifted up and above everybody else. I've got the same battle you've got, just trying to get to heaven and get my family there. And that should be your goal too, by the way. Well, I want to close there with that part. We'll take up Monday and talk